Y'all, happy Thursday. This is going to be homework help for EL13, which is being able to think about how history impacts a person or it helps to develop a person's morals, values, and or beliefs, and how those things are passed down from person to person through generations. All right. So the notes that we talked about, they're very short. So the notes you're going to see really isn't a lot. It's more about the model because we've done this all week. We talked about characters and how the setting has helped them pretty much develop these morals or ways in which we survive or try to succeed in our current living situation and how we pass those down to our offspring. And they also talked about how there are certain things where, in terms of context, how our experiences in that context also help to develop what we believe or what we see as important for our own survival and success. So we're going to use those old notes, what we are used to, but the organizer is what the notes we're on today. So that's what you're going to see. All right? Now, turn this around for you as always. All right? So, this is pretty much what the organizer looks like. And remember, everyone in class today, for the most part, you got to Lavinia, or you probably got through halfway through Tommy. So all you're doing is finishing Tommy and doing Malcolm. That is it. You may need to do Lavinia again so you can kind of remember what's going on, but otherwise, all you need is just Tommy and Malcolm. But this is the organizer, and we're starting here. This is where you're starting. All right? But just for the sake of, for those of you who may be absent, for those of you who may need the whole thing, we'll start from top to bottom. So this will always be your first character, that primary character. In this case, we're talking about Muhammad. So we start with that one character, and you want to give the same three things for every character from that point. One, you want to give a summary. So who exactly is the character? Think about their age, their race, but also what was their life event or what was the circumstance of living during that time. So what was it like for Muhammad to be black in the 1700s? What was it like to be black in the 1800s for Lizzie? What it was like to be black in the 1900s for Elijah, so on and so forth. So that all should be in your summary. From that point, you then want to say, well, because, now keep in mind, this should also be, it should give you a sense of what did that character actually achieve or succeed in doing, all right? And you want to take that, so because he was able, or because that character was able to actually achieve A or make A happen, what do you think they took away as being the most important thing in making sure that was accomplished? Or maybe what did they believe as being an indefinite truth in order for that main thing to happen or that success to happen? Or what did they see in terms of what was something bad that they needed to avoid or something good that they need to always follow in order to make sure that the success happened? So that would be your moral, your value, or your belief that they would then pass down to their children. And then you want to have two pieces of text evidence that you can definitely say this supports what I'm talking about. From that point, name who actually was the next in line to receive that learning, whether it was through stories, whether it was through an immediate passing on, and then you follow the same process again. Except now, every character after that, you want to think about how did their success, how did what they achieve, actually, how is it actually a result of what was passed down? So because Muhammad believed blank, it helped this character to do what? And then based on what they achieved, what did they have to learn based on their specific experiences? Because they're totally different. Time period is going to be totally different. What this character has to go through is different. So even though they pushed through and were able to succeed or able to survive, you still want to think about exactly what actually needed to be done. I'm sorry, not what needs to be done. Chase had walked in. What is something that you can say they learned or found to be important and they can then pass on to the next person and then give text evidence, all right? So what this would look like, this is that very first one as I told you. So this is Muhammad, and very simple. It's right there. I'll give you a moment. Look at it. Very clear as day. And then from there, we know that Muhammad is someone, his primary experience in the 1700s, that he was kidnapped. He was kidnapped. And so we want to take that and say, well, because he was kidnapped, what then did he learn from that? that he would definitely have to tell his children or tell those after him in order for them to survive or for them to be successful. And through this evidence here, the fact that he would pray on the ship and the fact that he always said like he had never been trapped, he had never been held captive before, that for us said Muhammad is someone who, out of one, is really big on hope, really big on faith, and also someone who really understands freedom. And so we said, well, he definitely understood or recognized that freedom is something everyone deserves, and that if you have faith, you can get through anything. You can get through tough times. So that's what he probably taught his offspring or whoever came after him, which in this case in our text is Lizzie. So now I'm here with Lizzie, and it's now 1900s, and we know that she's this young black girl who was born into slavery and to work on the plantations. She was able to take Muhammad's values. So this idea, she took Muhammad's understanding of freedom, she took Muhammad's faith to get through hard times, and that is what actually allowed her, in her current situation, to actually escape to freedom. In, or for the sake of family, should I say, and those that she cared about. Over here, in terms of how she even got to the point of escaping, we have two pieces of evidence. We have one where Moses, who was a family member, who stayed on the plantation, told her, you have to go. Go on, but take our love with you. And then you have her grandmother, or either her grandmother or auntie, or Saran, and she told her not to go. At this point, there was a limb was hanging, he was hung on a tree from trying to run away, so he got caught. And she knew that he was probably going to get killed. And so she was like, I can't let him die and not say goodbye. But they told her, like, it's a little dangerous because you'll be this black girl out in the middle of the woods. You may not want to do that. But she's like, I have to go. I have to say goodbye. And so from both of these, the question, again, is, what kind of person does it tell you about who Lizzie is or what's important to her? Here, if I have family telling me I have to go take our love, then it seems like, you know, she had people who supported her determination, people who supported the fact that, or family who supported that she needed to do whatever she needed to do to make things right. And then Saran, and this statement shows that she is someone who's very determined, and she's determined when it comes to family. She wasn't supposed to go, but she decided, yes, I'm going to go because someone who I care about, I need to say goodbye to them if I'm never going to see them again. And so I know that what she learned needs to be a mix of something about family, something about having determination. And so we could say, because of being able to escape for family, Lizzie recognized that family and determination can give you the strength to make decisions. Now, there can be multiple ways of saying this. This is just one from one cohort, and then what one student said, and it's actually pretty strong. We can do that. The fact that it was her family that made her, that helped her to make decisions, the fact that she was determined, helped her make, and maybe make risky decisions, can give you the strength to make risky decisions. And then that's it. And so if we take that, I would probably annotate our family, Amanda's family, Saran's family, Moses' family. That's our connection. Something that's telling that she's determined. You got to go on now. Saran told her to stay the night, but she said she had to say goodbye. All those things tell me that she's so determined, but also it lets me know that family was a big part of that determination. And then you'll just repeat. It'll happen again with Elijah. You'll do it again for Lavinia, Tommy, and Malcolm. And that's it. So, now I'm upside down. Turn myself around. Turn myself around. There we go. Let me lift myself up. Okay. All right. So that should help. Hopefully it is a little bit clearer for you. If you decide to do this for homework, make sure you're doing a separate sheet and you're using the model that I started with on this video. And you're going to follow that model on a separate sheet. You don't have to do the organizer. It's okay. You can just bullet point. But that's it. So good luck with that.